Phuket is not just for beautiful beaches and wild parties. In this video, we are diving into the streets of Phuket Old Town, a place rich in history, culture and mouth-watering street food. When you walk across the old Phuket town, it is very easy to identify that there are a lot of Chinese influences. I can pretty much see in some houses the Chinese carvings and Chinese letters, which directly means Phuket had some kind of Chinese influence. And also the old town that we are going right now has so much Portuguese influence. Portuguese once ruled over here, so that's the reason. Phuket Old Town, if you're from India, will always remind you of what you see in Goa. The Goa Old Town, Phuket Old Town, all are Portuguese influence, which is pretty much seen in architecture and some restaurants. All these areas were controlled by Portuguese back then, has become a major tourist attraction. So Phuket Old Town attracts people for its architecture, for its culture, which is directly influenced from Portuguese. Okay, let's talk about the food. If you're wondering what food to eat in Phuket, basically seafood. You know, when you're living in a Patong beach or near the Kamala beach, all the busy streets, there are no good restaurants over there. Like I'm talking about Michelin rated restaurants. But when you're in Phuket town, especially around the old town parts, there are a lot of Michelin rated restaurants, and seafood is a must try when you're in Phuket. So I mean, while I was walking across all the streets, I could see a lot of street vendors, small family run shops, which are pretty much decent too. So if you're someone who's concerned about the reviews, yes, you can pretty much have food in all the good review restaurants. Or if you just want to experiment with a lot of local food, there are pretty much a lot of family based restaurants while you walk across Phuket Old Town, which is a good thing. But on general scale, if there's one food you're going to try in Phuket, it's gonna be seafood, and that's the reason why Phuket is so famous. So as soon as I entered almost near the Phuket Old Town, I can clearly see the difference between the other areas where over here it has a lot of Chinese influence. You would know if you go to Chinatown in Bangkok, as soon as you move to one particular area, you'll see a lot of red paintings. The bright orange hits you right away, and that is my first impression. Yes, it does have a lot of Chinese and Portuguese influence. I would say more of Chinese right now. Yeah, that's a good thing, you know. And also, if you can't make it to Chinatown in Bangkok, this might give you a glimpse of what Phuket is all about, and especially Chinese influence in Thailand, because it has a pretty big influence in the food, in the culture, in whatever things they do, and even in the cars. The cars that I see are almost only pure Japanese and Chinese. So yes, China and Japan has a huge influence on Thailand, be it tourism, infrastructure, or even food. There's a huge land, empty land on a busy street like this in Phuket. It's hard to find such places, so yes, you have to cherish all these memories, because the area that I'm coming from, it's all real estate and all the big buildings, apartments, traffic, pollution. So yes, it's a good thing. So I think this is where the whole old town starts. Yes, pretty much I'll be walking across the Phuket Old Town, and let's see. I hope it doesn't disappoint me, because a lot of areas which were meant to be tourist kind of disappointed me in anywhere I go, because the whole point is they focus more of tourism and lose the real culture, which is not a good thing. So I hope Phuket Old Town stays with the same thing. When you compare with Phuket Old Town and Pattaya, it's hard to notice Pattaya is way more artificial than Phuket. At least Phuket has that neighborhood kind of vibe where I can pretty much feel even the locals live here. But in Pattaya, wherever you see, whatever you touch, it all has a tourist tag to it. So these are the buildings that I was talking about. It has Chinese and Portuguese influence. I was not wrong when I said as soon as you enter a touristy spot, you will lose real culture and real value of that particular place. And yes, once you just move across that old street, there is this one strip of street where you can just feel a bit of silence, and as soon as you go to the most famous old town, you hear the noise, and it's not a good thing, you know. On a Sunday afternoon where you might think it's going to be less crowded, this is Old Town. You have a temple over here which is rich in heritage, and just few meters apart you have all artificial stuffs, all the commercial stuffs, which is not a good thing, you know. People come all the way from any part of the world to Thailand to experience a real culture and not the Starbucks. So that's one thing, like, I always find issues with Thailand, you know. I totally get it, you have to satisfy all the people of visiting Thailand by giving a lot of choices, but there's a reason why I'm coming to Thailand. It's to enjoy Thai culture, all the heritage, all the food. Literally Thai incense to me. But all the shops, most of shops that I could see are selling all the Western stuffs, Western ice cream, Starbucks, KFC, McDonald's, you name it. That is one issue I not only find in this particular part of Phuket Old Town. Anywhere in Thailand you go, you will be smashed with the same food chains that you have been noticing. That is one of the most biggest disappointment when it comes to visiting a lot of streets in Thailand. One of the biggest disappointment in Phuket Old Town is that if you want to try pad thai, or if you want to try something papaya salad, whatever it is, the options are very limited. So a lot of restaurants that you see are either cafe or they sell some fancy stuffs, which is not what I intend to eat when you come to Thailand. If you want authentic Thai food, the options are very limited in Old Town. So that is crazy. I didn't find such things in Pattaya. So when you talk about food, even though a lot of Michelin restaurants are there in Phuket, I personally feel over Pattaya you have more options to eat, which is a good thing for a tourist perspective, and also if you want to experience a local cuisine. This is disappointing in Phuket. So this is the only place where you can get local Thai cuisine in Phuket. Let's see. If there is one reason why everyone should visit Phuket Old Town, and especially during evening, is to explore the local street food over there. There are plenty of food stalls that can satisfy your tummy, but there is one catch. If you are someone who's going to be an early traveler who want to explore all the places before sunset, sorry guys, you'll be disappointed. The food stall starts only from 4 p.m. Even I was kind of shocked to realize that, but yes, it's totally worth it to stay until night and explore all the street food as possible in Phuket Old Town. So this video is all about Phuket Old Town, and obviously yes, everyone should visit once. In spite of all the beautiful beaches, wild crazy nightlife parties, Phuket Old Town stands as a memory to rich Sino-Portuguese culture in Thailand. So everyone should visit Phuket Old Town at least once in the trip. So if you like this video, please do like it, share, and also if you feel this channel is subscribe worthy, please do subscribe.